Supporters enjoying the experience, though not perhaps the scoreline. But Daniel Anderson has got a fantastic record against the old enemy, and he's bang on course now to win 7 in a row against the Wigan Warriors and Brian Noble. Wigan's last victory against Saints was on Good Friday 2 years ago, 22-20 at the JJB Stadium. Only 3 survivors of that day are here: O'Loughlin, Vilecki and Harrison Hansen. And Dennis Betts was the coach. Wigan haven't contested the last 2 playoff series. They finished 7th in 2005, 8th in 2006. They aim to be in the playoffs at the end of 2007. They aim to be in the winner's circle at the end of the next 40 minutes, but can they, Steve-O?
It's going to be very difficult for this Wigan outfit to really claw their way back into this game. We've seen the pretty strong defence from St Helens. Okay, they allowed Fletcher through after good work from Luluai. But they need to be a little bit more adventurous, I'm afraid, of the Warriors.
Barry, I think the Wigan Warriors need to hit the ground running in this second half.
They do. They're behind on the scoreboard, but I don't think they played particularly well. Brian Noble will have been talking about his tight six and getting good line speed and probably trying to keep to a minimum the offloads that Saints have put on the Wigan side, and Saints are the most dangerous, as we saw with the second Wellens try off broken field and second phase rugby.
Tyra has lost that, and the ball has gone back, and it's play on, says the referee, and here comes Harrison Hansen for the Wigan Warriors. Just the start that Brian Noble would have wanted this. Can they turn it into points? Trent Barrett finds Sean O'Loughlin. He goes up the middle, tries to get between Graham and Leon Price. With help from Willie Talao, they get the Wigan captain to ground. Phil Bailey is there, but he lost it. Oh, Sean O'Loughlin has lost it. Well, he disagrees, he shakes his head.
Did he give himself up?
Well, he plunked it down on the back of James Graham.
Yeah, should have moved away. You really can't blame Graham.
Both coaches will be very upset at the way the teams have started. St Helens going in at half-time, a completion rate of 50% and Wigan at 44%. You need to get to your kick to have any joy of getting territory to attack the line.
Well, it was obvious that Brian Noble has told him that to continue kicking towards young Tyra. Again, he came up with a mistake. Will there be a change? Will Daniel Anderson give him a few more moments to try to let him ease his way back into this match?
Here's Mari Fasavalou. The crowd love him.
They certainly do, but to be fair to Wigan, they kept him pretty quiet when he came off the bench in the first stanza.
Definitely, he's been very conspicuous by being inconspicuous, and Mari Fasavalou is often the catalyst for that second surge of the Saints side.
This is Roby for St Helens, surrounded. Referee shouts held. They're only just over halfway. Here comes the kick from Sean Long, right down the middle.
That's all you need to do, dissect the winger and the full-back, and Sean Long is just orchestrating everything out there. Such an influential player, of course, and his combination, we mentioned in the first half, with Leon Price, has just been outstanding.
David Vilecki now for the Wigan Warriors, met by Bryn Hargreaves, James Graham and Fasavalou. That's the third tackle.
They've got to try to make an impact with the big forwards on this Wigan outfit. They didn't do in that first half.
Challenge Cup winners and Super League champions last year, the Saints, of course. They've now lost 4 in 2007, as many as they did in the full year, 2006, but they show no signs of weakening their grip on those 2 trophies, do they? This is Barrett, and now it's O'Loughlin. They're running it on the last Wigan. A dab forward, and Wellens tidies up at the back. The dab from Darryl Goulding.
Safe as houses, isn't he, Paul Wellens? Probably one of the greatest fullbacks, positional-wise. Always has a knack as well, sometimes, to beat the first would-be defender. Didn't on that occasion, but his positional sense is outstanding.
Well, that's why he's voted as the best player of last year. Won just about every award, didn't he? Including man of the match in the grand final. Long and Graham. Graham stands and hops and gets the ball back to Long. They keep it going. This is Wellens, but Wigan hunting it. The ball's gone back again. Oh, the referee has said that Wigan stole that ball.
Certainly hands in.
2 men in the tackle. 1-on-1 is legal. 2-on-1, and the ball comes out is a penalty, and that's why Ashley Klein has blown the whistle.
St Helens players, they're looking to offload the ball any time and probably teasing the Wigan players into doing something that they shouldn't.
Well, it was Mickey Hyam's right hand that was quite obvious. You could see there that he reefed it away.
Mickey Hyam, of course, who had a fairly distinguished career, didn't he, with St Helens before moving on a bizarre transfer that took him first to Bradford. That's a cut-out ball to Wellens. Wellens is in for the hat-trick. Paul Wellens gets the hat-trick for St Helens. They went for the interception, Wigan, and the pass and the opportunity was missed. And all you need to give Paul Wellens is the sniff of a try, and he just slid in for his 13th of the campaign, his third tonight.
If you come out of the line and leave yourself completely in no man's land, and that's what Thomas Luluai has done, has allowed the Saints fullback to go for the hat-trick. Luluai, why on earth he came out so quickly is anybody's guess, but it's celebration time for this fella.
Paul Wellens has just become the leading try scorer in the Super League in 2007. He has overtaken Bradford Bulls fullback Michael Platt. 13 for Wellens now this year, one more than Platt. And Michael Platt will be here, all being well, with the Bradford Bulls tomorrow, taking on the Leeds Rhinos. It's the kicker's view. Paul Sculthorpe of this conversion attempt. He sliced that. Misses another, Paul Wellens. But 26-6.
With such class in the three-quarter line, if you come out of it like that, and you can see that Thomas Luluai has left his Wigan partners no chance of stopping this man.
Now, if you all think that this is a foregone conclusion, just run your time machines back 24 hours, because it was exactly this point last night when the Celtic Crusaders were cruising 26-6. Oldham mounted a fight back, and they came back and won the match.
Well, with the greatest respect,
I know what you're going to say, but all I'm saying is it can happen.
Of course it can happen. This is rugby league. Who would have thought we'd be playing 6 games, the full round, down in Wales? And it's been a success already.
It has. And the game deserves a big pat on the back. They're never, ever fearful of trying something.
And we should be proud of that.
Very much so. Cunningham to Long. Such movement. They're so fluid, St Helens. Sculthorpe loses it.
The fantastic thing about the crowd is many of the fans came to see the first match and they're still here for the last match, and it is glorious to see such a colourful array of shirts, all appreciating good rugby league, and well done, everybody are concerned, well done.
Absolutely, and it's a bank holiday weekend, so everyone is making the most of it, and as I say, the weather, perfect.
Not only that, Eddie, it is great value, isn't it?
It is. Palliacina again for Wigan.
Can Wigan up the tempo? They've kept this fella quiet, haven't they? Stuart Fielding.
And they've kept Barrett quiet as well thus far. Last one here for Wigan, this set of 6. O'Loughlin to Luluai. Hoisted up again, looking for Tyra out there. And Tyra
just got to it.
Claims it ahead of Phil Bailey.
Pat Richards is possibly the best exponent of the high field bomb in the business. He's very, very tall for a winger. He gets real stuck in.
Well, Stephen Tyra was up to the task then.
He lost control of it again. There's the big fella, Pat Richards.
Palliacina ploughing a furrow up the middle. The ball goes to ground, and there are so many willing runners in white jerseys who are prepared to pick up the cudgel. Long goes off. St Helens knock on.
Pick up the what, Eddie? Pick up the what? The cudgel?
Cudgel, yeah. Don't ask me what it is.
They probably don't know what it is, that's why they haven't picked it up.
Let's put it this way, if one was wrapped around your head, you'd soon know what a cudgel is.
I promise you, I wouldn't.
Well,
and I wouldn't pick it up either.
Pick up the ball then. Is that better?
Yes.
Vilecki. But
Back to
ball
6.
was played at by the St Helens defender. The referee wipes the tackle count down. Here goes Harrison Hansen.
Wigan are desperate to get a try now. They've got to try something different, though. If they've got a move up their sleeve, they've got to try it and produce it now.
This is Fletcher.
Second phase. Keep your eye on Ashton.
Field, and it bounces off him, and it's picked up by Cunningham, ankle tapped, unfortunately, by Mickey Hyam. He was. Phil Clark in the half-time, I don't know whether you heard, fellas, he said that the difference between the two sides is it's only minuscule, really. For St Helens, the ball sticks. For Wigan, they're getting into position, but they're just putting the ball on the floor.
When things come off here like that, if Wigan break through, they've been dropping the ball. When things come off here, they come off here. And when your team's running high on confidence, that's a big thing in rugby league.
Absolutely, and St Helens are really on top of their game at the moment.
I'm a big believer in you make your own look and get more white shirts in the frame than there are black in this case, and you've always got a good chance of something happening, and that's what Saints have got. They work hard for each other on attack and defence, and they are fantastic. As Tez said in the first half, they're the entertainers of rugby league.
They are very much so. That's a great ball again from Leon Price, but he had 2 or 3 options then. He found Wilkin.
The harder you work, Eddie, the luckier you get. Simple.
Cunningham stabs the ball to the in-goal area, bounces up kindly for Thomas Lulawai, down to the sideline and Bill.
Well, Saints don't appear to be hampered by the absence of Sean Long, who left the field and came to the sidelines. Didn't look to be any discomfort, but immediately tended to by the Saints medical team. It could be a bang on the hip, something like that. The ice pack has been produced, so Sean Long might be sitting out the rest of this game.
Look at the defence there. Willie Challow is hitting the players as though he's a forward. They're big and strong, and they're ruthless. They work together as a unit. Tremendous stuff.
I think it was Francis Melly, Steve-O, and he does that a lot, Francis Melly. He bolts out the line and smashes the bloke with the ball. It's a dangerous, dangerous tactic, but when it comes off like that, and he sickened Bailey there, sickened him on his haunches he was.
It come off because he hurt Phil Bailey there. He was down, he's only just got back in the line.
Wingers that can tackle and prop forwards that can kick. What a game!
Here comes St Helens again with Jason Kalis.
And you can see quite clearly that the Wigan defence, they are just hanging back, and oh, that's forward. Yeah, no option. He saw that, did Ashley Klein.
They are hanging back, Steve, but that's because the speed that St Helens are playing the ball and playing around the ruck.
Yeah, you can see there that, okay, it finished up a forward pass, but the quality of Kieran Cunningham, you could see that Trent Barrett was struggling to get back as the first marker. Speed, strength, power and depth. Result, trophies.
Draw field and arm around Mickey, come on, let's get in there tight. 2 hands, Thomas, when you put it in. 2 hands.
53 minutes gone, St Helens leading by 26-6. Wigan in possession with Sean O'Loughlin.
You make the point, Eddie, in regards to you're saying that there is not much between these two, but I have to say at 26-6 today it's been a lesson from Saints. I know what you mean. Yeah, I understand.
For the good sides like St Helens, it comes off. Yeah. For the teams that are trying to catch them, they get into great positions and they put the ball down.
Yeah, but Wigan have been very flat in their attack. You don't get that from St Helens. They give themselves space. The opposition's not going to allow you to do it. And if you do the combination of Wigan doing that, that's good work.
You see, a little oh, now then, there's a chance for Ashton and he will score. The referee will hand it upstairs, though, to Ben Taylor.
That's that self-belief you're talking about, Eddie. He had the confidence to go against the grain a little bit and put it on the toe and show great confidence. And if it's a try, it's a good one.
Great offload, wasn't it? And on that occasion, you could see that it was St. Helens that was slow to get through there. Bit of a mess. Can't see there's anything wrong with this. Yeah,
Paul Clough loses it.
Yeah. This will be a try. This is a reason why the Rah-Rahs wanted this young full-back and paid a fair amount of money too. The second effort. Hasn't kicked it out of his hands, he's got there before.
Oh, you can't say that Paul Clough has got control of that with the hands at all.
No, you're right.
I just wonder if they're looking here to see whether Ashton actually pushes Wellens out of the way off the ball. I wonder if that's what they're looking for.
But Wellens was trying to say Wellens was in there obstructing the man. Now this is going to be a try.
He deserves a try for the commitment.
Having said that, I've been baffled on a couple of occasions today. This will be confirmation of the TRY, I am sure.
Try to Wigan and Chris Ashton. He was a substitute against Saints on Good Friday. He got a couple of tries against Wakefield 2 weeks ago. 14 tries in Super League last year. It's converted by Pat Richards, who's in a hurry to get back and get this game restarted. So perhaps Wigan are not out of this just yet. 26 points to 12 though, St. Helens lead.
They caught them out, quick play the ball, see how they just go around to, and three of them, as soon as they had the offload, he had the skill factor, the determination, and the second effort got him 4 points.
Something for Wigan to build on then, perhaps, in the last half hour or so of this match. We're at the Millennium Stadium, of course, which has been the scene of several Challenge Cup finals. The road to Wembley in 2007 gets underway again next week. Wigan are at Headingley against Leeds. St. Helens, on paper, have an easier option. They take on Rochdale. It is Super League points at stake tonight. Great move from McLaughlin. Out wide it goes to Bailey. That was Goulding, and here is Calderwood. Price appeared to try and trip him then.
He certainly lunged with Leon Price. And I think he might get a quiet word from the official Ashley Klein. He's lunged.
That's that magic word you were talking about, Steve, there. Depth. They had good depth and a quality offload from O'Loughlin, and there was a bit of space to be had.
You've got to create your own, and you're right there, Barry.
So here come Wigan, Brian Fletcher.
What do you call it, Eddie? Anything can happen in this game,
absolutely.
And a try would really...
Well, Wigan have got the sniff of something suddenly here, haven't they? It's Millard, and this is Luluai, and Barrett, and the ball gets its way to Gareth Hock, who was looking for Millard again, held on. 3 tackles gone, they're 3 metres away from the line. Here is Thomas Luluai. It comes wide to Chris Ashton, whose try has breathed life into the Wigan challenge. Halted though, 10 metres away, slight momentum lost there. Millard will take it forward again, give it to Fielden. Fielden will try and barge his way forward. They stood firm in defence, Roby and Wilkin. This is Barrett, good ball to the in-goal area. It just beats everybody.
Great option, quality, pretty calm, cool and collected is Brian Noble, but deep inside, he'll be thinking, if we keep this up, we've got an opportunity. They're pretty deep in the in-goal areas here. And this will be going back to basics now, Terry, in regards to St. Helens. That's the one thing that Daniel Anderson, their coaches, has brought to this outfit, knowing when to slow things down.
Yeah, definitely right. I think that's where Wigan want to play the game. Wigan want to play the game in the 20, though, with players like Trent Barrett and Thomas Luluai. They want to play the game. They want to play the game on the front foot, running at the St. Helens defenders, who are probably hanging back.
But they've got to show pace, and they can't just go there and try and score on every set of 6. Try and camp down there and make sense work from their own line.
Here's the wholehearted Nick Fozzard.
Release, Sean. Short, another step.
He's in fine
100th
form.
appearance tonight for St. Helens for this fellow.
He's in fine form, Eddie, and surely it must be the leading prop forward in Super League at the moment.
I think
his work rate is superb.
Definitely. As I said at the start, he runs as hard as anybody in the league, and I believe if we're picking Great Britain players on form, then Nick Fozzard's got to be in there. He deserves it.
Come on, pick it up, Dave.
To date, Nick Fozzard has just one cap for Great Britain, and you know, he has not played 100 times for any of his former clubs, and his only winner's medal in his long career came here in the 2004 Cup final.
It was a difficult year for Foz last year, very much a bit part player, and with Paul Anderson, Daniel Anderson felt he had the magic formula, and Foz had to watch a lot of games, but
there we are.
But he's playing well this year, as I said.
Calderwood just trying to force that pass again for Wigan.
It was superb work though, wasn't it, from the youngster Darryl Golding. Real bit of quality there.
This is Gidley. Gidley trying to go around David Violicki. There's Stephen Tyra. Now Paul Sculthorpe. Good running on his inside from Wilkin, halted by Millard's challenge. Fletcher wasn't far away either.
Look how easy they've just gone forward.
Leon Price showed the dummy, tries to get out of the tackle again and release the pass. Plays the ball here to Kieran Cunningham. And Cunningham gives it to Fozzard. That's the last one for St Helens. 60 metres gain forward in the 5 tackles so far. Can they make it over the line? There's men out wide. Wilkin has seen them. Tyra's one of them. The kick, though, is too deep.
Well, it looks disappointed, the youngster, but it wasn't your fault. Just a touch too strong. He's a hard man to please. 26-12.
Well, remember when we were at St Helens earlier this year and they won something like 48, whatever it was, and he said, well, we were a bit scratchy. The man was tackled and he passed the ball off the ground, Brian Fletcher. Yeah.
Once the ball carrying arm has hit the deck.
That's a penalty to St Helens.
Yeah.
Have to get up there and play the ball.
I think they'll take the 2. They've had to endure quite a lot of pressure, perhaps the most pressure through. No, they got into the corner for the best part of 10 minutes. All right, Wigan have gone over for a try.
On the line, make it.
Now, will they do a set pattern move here?
Fozzard again.
I tell you what, the ruthless Saints, aren't they? Any other team would have took 2 points there, calmed things down and just looked to steady the ship, but no, they want 6 points and they want them now.
They do, and they nearly got them then with Leon Price, or at least 4 of them. This is Wilkin. Here is Wellens. He wants a 4th. He will get a 4th. He must love it every time we turn up to show St Helens, because the last twice, I think, Paul Wellens has scored 4 tries. A couple of weeks ago against the French Catalan Dragons. Now here at the Millennium Stadium, 4 tries in a match for the Wigan and the St Helens fullback. Paul Wellens, 4 tries.
Just the quality and the strength of their defence. They just have battered them. They really have battered them. Passed off the floor. He said we'll have 2. Shakes his head in total disbelief and say, what are they doing? Sculthorpe says, I'll show you what we're doing. We kick in, get the tap, and Wellens gets try number 4. It's all about positional sense and also having the ability. What about the step there? Just like a ballet dancer. A little bit more rugged, perhaps. What a player.
13 tries in his last... 13 tries in Paul Wellens' last 5 matches. Unbelievable. 4 tries in 2 matches, 4 weeks apart. Paul Sculthorpe, who was a double winner of the Man of Steel not too long ago, and we could be watching Paul Wellens, and he could well be a double winner of the Man of Steel this year, having picked up the trophy last year. Sculthorpe adds the extras. Daniel Anderson wanted 2. The players took it in their own hands. They wanted 6, and they got them.
This is Jumping Jack Flash. Give it to me. Sensation. He's not happy.
That was immediately after the kick to the corner.
Yeah, there are times when you think that, well, you hope anyway, that all the coaches don't have a dog at home, and they've nearly made a meal of it. And guess who pulls them out of the mire?
Well, that's why Paul Schofields so important to St Helens, because he knows he has the confidence and the way that the attacking flow with which St Helens attack the line, and he's immense for St Helens.
I like the way that he's had to change his style. He's gone through a lot of very, very serious injuries, bad injuries, and he's had to change it. We often in the past we've seen Sculthorpe running out wide in the centres, but now he's rolling the sleeves up and having to do good, solid,
Paul
hard work.
Sculthorpe's evolution as a rugby player has been from turning himself into a back row from a standoff, back into a loose forward, then again to a standoff, and now he's dictating play out wide, and he's that link that Saints have got between the big pack, the forward momentum pack, and the three quarters, and Scully could put his hand up for the man of steel yet.
Forward pass from Ashton.
It's always a risk, isn't it, when you're playing such
First tackle, though.
attack.
First tackle.
Yeah, it's a waste. No doubt about it. He's running across the field. No hint of momentum because he's running the wrong way, and it was forward. Quite simple. It's not. I hate to say this, Eddie, but I'm going to. The quality of refereeing today has been outstanding.
You sit down there.
Yep.
Well, he said in April he wasn't going to criticise referees, and he claims he didn't.
I did.
But now we're into May.
They're open season as far as I'm concerned, but they've done well. They haven't been niggly. They've allowed the players to get on with it. Just shouting, get away, get on with it.
Dead right. People have come to see rugby league, not penalties.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff from St Helens again. This is Paul Clough once more. He has been a substitute for Saints in each of the last 4 in Super League. Really is starting to show signs that he's breaking through as well. He's only 19, Paul Clough. They've got some terrific youngsters there. Oh, what a ball! Wellens is after 5, and he chipped the ball over the top of Ashton, who was the man who stood in his way illegally.
He's got to go.
Saints have a penalty.
Surely he's going to go for this. This is a professional foul. Ashton had no other serious consideration other than to stop him.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Bang.
But wasn't that a great line by John Wilkin there, Steve-O? Hitting behind the ruck where the gap was, and then getting a one-on-one with a great offload.
He's still chunnering Chris Ashton about the forward pass. He still is not convinced.
I'll take you back a little bit further there, Tez, as well. Nick Fozzard, as he's done all day, just banged it up big and strong, jammed the ball down on the floor and played it as quick as he could, and that created the retreating defence and that staggered line.
That comes from that, though. If you see the width for which St Helens are attacking, both wingers and centres are hugging the touchline, pulling the Wigan defence out and getting one-on-one tackles.
Do you think that Mr Anderson's message has got onto the field of play this time?
Without a doubt. And this man said, I'm not going to upset him anymore. They'll take the 2. Let's have a bit of a rest.
I think he's probably tired. He looked shattered when we saw him before, didn't he? Give me a breath, lads.
Paul Sculthorpe pops the penalty over the top, 34-12.
It's been a convincing performance by the St Helens. Well, the mascot's happy. And the little girl is certainly happy. That's the one thing I always feel proud about our game, Eddie, is the fact that it is wonderful for families, and to see all the teams and the fans intermixing, superb.
Didn't she look like a dad, that little baby then?
Wait!
I think a dad will be after you after that comment.
Play on!
Oh, it hit the line. They're lucky to get away with that, Wigan. The kick-off was a short one. St Helens thought it wasn't going to make the 10 metres, and it actually bounced fair and square on the line. So it went the 10.
The biggest problem for Wigan at the moment is the fact that there's still a lot of time, and the legs will be getting tired. They've had to go, wonderful shot.
Trent Barrett back on the inside, Darryl Goulding. And the referee has not given it. Paul Wellens immediately asked him to refer it upstairs and asked the video referee, Ben Thaler, to judge this. But has Darryl Goulding come up with his 3rd try of the season?
He deserved one.
Well, now then, if Hull Kingston Rovers were denied in the last match, this should be wiped out.
Does Paul Clough have enough time the tackle? I think he probably does.
I'm with Eddie, though. In the previous game, Hull KR were denied with...
But it wasn't as blatant as that.
That's what I'm saying.
I think as a defender, you've got to push off. You've got to push off the man who's coming through.
Correct. You've got to show some urgency, and when the bloke ain't got the ball, get away from him, shove him out the way, and tackle the threat.
But he's looking at the grounding here, so it might be given this.
Yeah.
Steve Ganson was the referee who chalked, the video referee who chalked out Kingston Rovers' try, but Ben Thayer has seen things in a different light, and that try is given. The try stands to Darrell Goulding.
Quality break, though. Different interpretations. It always irritates.
I know nothing, as you know, but I believe that was a more blatant obstruction than the one that was chalked off.
I agree with you. I agree with you. In fact, I agree with you on both points.
But that I know nothing.
Precisely. But it deserved it. It was wonderful
the run
from Barrett.
was
And
fabulous.
I must say, I think Barrett would have been able to slide over, and it just shows you the quality of this man, that he was unselfish, turned, and the youngster Goulding was there. And he'll remember that, Will Goulding. It was a great build-up and a nice finish.
Pat Richards with the trusty right boot for Wigan. 34-18.
Well, they played their part, haven't they? Look at the angle run. Not many people will throw a dummy and catch Leon Price out as easily as that. Watch the body twist. Half a dummy. Great positioning. Good thinking. Youngster reading a quality player's mind and going back on the inside.
Well, he's into the first team, Darrell Goulding. Back end of last year, he was playing for the England Academy side in the centre against the Aussies. Now here he is in Super League. The number of young players that are emerging in Super League this year, well, it's just growing, isn't it? Week by week, we see new faces and good young prospects.
And that is the one reason why I'm very pleased with the way that Tony Smith, the new Great Britain coach, has made it quite clear he will not be frightened to pick on-form players and young players if they're producing the goods, and that's how it should be.
I think we've always had good players. I think we'll agree on that. The question is who coaches them when they're of a certain age, and if you look back to the system, the people that were in charge of that particular part of our development, David Waite and his staff, he's coached the coaches, and they are now capable of educating people, players.
Wellens has lost that.
Play on.
It is play on. And that's Bailey who has it back, looking for the penalty, didn't come. Lulawai! Thomas Lulawai can't get the ball down.
Good refereeing there by Klein. He allowed the advantage.
Looping pass. Oh, and it goes behind Paliasina. Paliasina is tackled by Willie Talau. Shane Millard, they've gone backwards there, Wigan. But this is an opportunity for them. O'Loughlin kicking early. And Francis Melly will run the ball dead. So they're going to get a repeat set.
Great rugby league football from both sides. You'll have admired that, but I think he knows that the time is running out. Well weighted, but well spotted as well. Melly realised the danger. Did the right thing, nothing too fancy. Will do the dropout. Let's face it, Saints can do very long dropouts underneath the sticks.
It's going to be 4-try Paul Wellens with the goal line dropout.
If they don't want to kick it this side, watch Paliasina go now.
Here he is. Ooh! Well, he just took Paul Clough off his feet then. O'Loughlin will come the short way with Fletcher. He gets it to Goulding.
Well, the big question, it was a great run, wasn't it? But the big question, the Wigan fans will be saying, why didn't we see that in the early part of this game?
To be fair, off that guy he did, there just wasn't enough of his teammates that were prepared to put the ball under their arms and just run at 100 miles an hour.
But as well, they weren't controlling the ball and getting in positions like that and getting repeat sets as well, Steve-O.
Nicky Hyam lost that ball, but backward, says Ashley Klein, under pressure from Kieran Cunningham, so it's play on. Here is Trent Barrett again. Trent Barrett! And Sculthorpe underneath him, Wellens on top of him. Last tackle here for Wigan in this repeat set. Mickey Hyam dabs it to the in-goal area. Ashton's after it, they're going to get 6 more. Tyra to the rescue.
Tremendous work from the youngster. Paul Wellens realised as well that he was confident enough to get there. Bang. Was he obstructed?
Well, they have had the penalty given them now, Wigan.
I think he was, you know. Yeah. It's very hard to decide because the law states that if you're running in both the same direction, you can use the shoulder. He hasn't seen it that way, Mr. Klein.
They're getting a repeat set, but instead of getting it from a goal line dropout, they get it 10 metres away, and this is a chance for Wigan. Fielden. Jason Kalis with the tackle. Hyam at dummy half.
Will it be Barrett to Ashton?
Here's Barrett, there is Fletcher. Hyam waits again. Go back towards the sticks with Palliasina.
3. Stand for.
That's 3 of the 6 gone. Hyam waits again. Fires the pass to Luluai. Luluai short, and it looked a bit forward from this angle to O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin! He is held up in the in-goal area. They'll go back to the 10-metre mark, and the tackle count will continue.
Well, fair credit to the Wigan Warriors. They have not thrown the towel in. This will be encouraging for their coach, Brian Noble. They are still trying.
That's Luluai. There's Barrett again. Kick looking for Calderwood. Oh, and Melly got to it first and juggled it and got it out.
4 sets on the bounce.
Yes.
He never actually took control of the ball.
Yet another set of 6.
They must crack soon, St Helens.
Well, this is a real test of this defence, isn't it?
Stay behind.
They're great, and as you can see them there, they're slowing it down. They're not in a big rush to do it, but maybe Trent Barrett kicked a bit earlier, but I saw the confidence, and he teed it up with Mark Calderwood. We just seem to look at the way Wigan have lifted over the last few minutes, and that becomes the control in the ball.
Luluai underneath the goal line dropout, gives it to Stuart Fielden. He will trundle it back towards that St Helens try line. That's David Vialicki. They're enjoying the better of the possession, Wigan, in this second half, but look where they are on the scoreboard. This is Barrett again. Ball out the back to Fletcher. Fletcher will play the ball to Hyam, and Hyam. Seen so many of the players in this Millennium Magic weekend today falling over. That's Ashton again. Last one. Hyam to the in-goal area. Oh, Barrett has scored! Trent Barrett has got this if he's onside. And 4 consecutive sets of 6. And St Helens, in the end, cracked. If Trent Barrett was onside after this kick.
Tremendous work from Mickey Hyam, no doubt about it. This will be on through. Squeeze him. Now then,
oh, he's dropped it.
Oh, can't believe it, can you? He has dropped it at the last moment. Interesting to see how the referee blocked Willie Talhow. Willie Talhow couldn't get to him because of the body of Ashley Klein, but he's dropped it, I'm afraid.
But there again, I'm talking about enthusiasm, and there were 2 white shirts in the frame there and only 1 Wigan shirt.
Well, he's unfortunate, Trent Barrett. He deserved a try, but as you saw plainly, the ball slipped from his grasp. No try for Trent Barrett. And he's got 5 tries in his last 2 appearances, Trent Barrett. He nearly made it number 6 in 3. He is Roby. That's a penalty against Goulding. He lifted the leg, and that should have been offside against the same man.
And again, that's you got to praise the referee, Ashley Klein, in as much that he knows both sides are tiring Eddie. So he's not going to stop the momentum. He's going to say, look, get on with it. It's going to spoil the pleasure.
6 minutes to go. Would have been interesting had that Trent Barrett try been allowed, and had he grounded it properly. Cunningham comes this way. Wilkin, a dab down the line again, picked up by Calderwood. Infield it goes to Chris Ashton.
They've got nothing to lose now, Wigan. They can start, and that's the style of player that you've got to have. It was a good try. What about Luluai's back pass to nobody, but it was picked up well
by Gareth Hock.
He'd no idea where that was going. The half-back, Luluai.
Well, 34-18, just over 5 minutes to go. Chance your arm.
Go.
And just show you the quality, knowing that Wigan will try anything. The fullback, Paul Wellens, is in a sweeper position, not right at the fullback area, because he's anticipating perhaps the little chip over.
Trent Barrett again.
That's quality, Eddie.
40 metres away from the St Helens posts. Paliasina spinning, trying to get the arms free, but those three, Price, Fossard and Cunningham, saw to it that he couldn't. This is Hyen. Now it's Barrett going wide, and he finds Gareth Hock. Hock, well, the ball hit the deck.
That'll be the turnover. They went for the power play. It just has not gone their way at times. Their build-up has been good. Their final option has let them down on several occasions. More so in the first half than in the second half. They have improved on that.
When things go for you, they go for you, don't they? But the great athletes, the players that have played today on 75 minutes, 76 minutes, the hits have been the same. The way that they've played the game in great spirit as well, it's been fantastic for rugby league.
Oh, he did well. Francis Melly just kept the legs up, omitting the whitewash.
This guy, I think, is a perfect example of a modern-day rugby league player. He can kick, pass, he can play in any one of about 4 or 5 positions, and a very, very good player.
Move!
Well, this is part one of a 2-day jamboree that the Rugby League have dubbed Millennium Magic, and it has been a magical day out. And St Helens looking to finish with a flourish. Gidley's kick forward, he's hit the deck. And it's claimed in defence there by Pat Richards.
Great thinking by the centre, Gidley.
Look at St Helens. You'd think that they were just 2 points to the good, wouldn't you?
That's why they won everything last year, Eddie. They work.
Daniel Anderson will not let them take the foot off the gas.
No, they're working in unit, and as every good coach should as well. If there's flaws there, then they've got to fix them up.
Barrett has made the break. He's got Calderwood on his inside. Calderwood will chase the kick forward. Melly is quick. Ashton is there as well. Over the top and straight to Wellens. And the chance is gone.
That's just a tale of the game, isn't it? That's just a tale of the game. They've worked their socks off there, Wigan, and the final pass has gone to ground, and it's gone St Helens' way.
The effort there, though, Francis Melly chasing back and putting himself in a position so he couldn't turn the ball inside.
White shirts in the frame again.
That was brilliant from both sides.
Here's Hargreaves.
And did you see, even though they were under pressure, that St Helens, and they've got the penalty to relieve that pressure, but when they were put on there on the kick and chase...
Oh, that's a swinger from
it's a bad one
right
from Hock.
In the face of Hargreaves. He was furious with the tackle.
Yeah, rightly so, but what I was saying, you could see the combination. Paul Wellens just actually started walking backwards, trotting backwards, so that he could get into a position to offload to other than James Roby. It was classic rugby league football from both sides.
St Helens, over the years, they've been the best team at turning the defence into attack. The transition of them is absolutely unbelievable.
That's good defence from Wigan. Vigorous, and Farsavalou held on somehow to that football. Well, they've won 5 Super League titles in the summer era, the Saints. Is anyone going to stop them making it 6?
It's going to be very difficult. They've really got to be on top form to turn them over. It can be done, and it has been done. Yes,
I think there's probably about 5 or 6 teams who can beat Saints on their best day, but the trouble is, can you be at your best day as many times as St Helens are?
Well, Leeds had their best day, but the St Helens fans will say it was against a weakened Saints team, but they were magnificent that night, the Leeds Rhinos.
They'll still take it, the Rhinos.
Oh, of course they will. Cunningham.
And at 34-18, you'd think we'll just put it up the jumper.
Well, they're looking to finish it off here in style. Gidley to the in-goal area. Tyrers after this. Violicki tidies up for Wigan. They'll get a goal line dropout. Will there be enough time? Just 48 seconds remaining.
Do you know, I've not seen Matt Gidley today. Normally he's the player who Jamie Lyon based his game upon, where he used to skip out to the wing and do the flick pass. He's kicked it on a number of occasions today, and he's a very, very talented player.
Shows you the advantage of applying that pressure and the opportunity perhaps to pick up another try.
15 seconds remaining. James Graham will pick it up eventually. Maybe a chance for one more tackle. This will be the last of the match. There's the siren, there's Roby, and that is a win for St Helens by 34 points to 18. Daniel Anderson has an unblemished record. He has won all 7 meetings now with the Wigan Warriors since he took over the St Helens club 2 years ago, and he's got a couple more meetings with Wigan to come before this season gets to a close. Saints supporters delighted. St Helens continue their wonderful run of form. The Millennium Magic Weekend Day 1 draws to a close. We have seen wins for Hull Kingston Rovers and Harlequins.